You're an angel destroying evil. Now, whatever you guys want to call it, Earth Angel, Chosen, Star Seed, I be saying we're Care Bears out here fighting evil. We're like these innocent souls that didn't know, that thought everyone was innocent, and then we start to come up against unimaginable horror, unimaginable evil, things that you never thought would ever come your way. Some of you guys can't even say the things that you went through out loud from the people that was in your life because it just sounds so absurd. And if you guys didn't have the people on the internet, you would probably think you imagined it or something. When those people did what they did to you, you went to sleep and you woke up and wished it was all a dream. But every time you woke up, you saw that this was actual reality that you were in. When you were young, you were innocent and you were brainwashed by the movies, the TV shows, and you thought that you had an idea of how life was going to be like. And you thought that everyone thought like you. Everyone had the same soul as you. But it took you a minute to understand that that's not the case. Because even when people do bad things to you, you were still projecting yourself onto these people. You would make excuses for them. You would say things like, oh, they're probably having a bad day, or I made them act like that, or some excuse to justify the evil that you were seeing. Because if in that moment you acknowledged the evil that you were seeing, it would have gave you an identity crisis, because that would have meant you had to tear down your whole way of seeing. And eventually it was going to come to you, but at that moment in time, you were unaware to protect your psyche and to protect your mental. But eventually, God sourced y'all, or even yourself, decided that you were ready to see the truth. And probably not decided because you were finally kind of forced to see the truth, because that attack was just way too much for you. You no longer could hide behind the veil because there was nothing really to justify why they did that thing that they did. And the veil dropped and you finally saw everything for exactly how it was, to the point where it probably gave you like an identity crisis. You're like, man, I was blind for this long. This person was like this person was like that. It was so shocking that you thought that these people switched to this version of them. But in reality, these people were always like this. And you are also able to see that you got drafted into a war you never chose to take part in, but you have been helping throughout your whole life, because without you realizing it, you were exposing people. Your light, when you got around certain people, they started tripping, their demons came to the forefront. When it came to toxic groups, they attacked you and you walked away. Then now that group ends up fighting each other. You realize you have like a special energy around you, a special, a rare anointing, where yes, you were getting attacked by evil a lot, but that's only because they were trying to snuff out your potential. They were trying to make you not remember exactly who it was that you are. But now you know exactly who you are. Do you still want to fight in this war? Do you still want to carry on? Probably not. You want to, sometimes you look at like the people that are probably unawakened, that don't even know about this war, the unconscious ones, and you think to yourself, life will be way better if that was the life that you had. But you understand that this is where you're at, so there's no point in really complaining. You just really focus on yourself and you put that energy into yourself. And when these toxic people come around, you don't like fighting these battles. Every time you have to fight it, you see it for what it is. You now have this pattern recognition to you where you can read this person like 10 moves ahead. So yeah, you can take that. Now you're at a level where you can take these people down very easily, but you don't like to fight. And sometimes you wonder to yourself, like, when is the battle going to be over? Sometimes you guys want to think about like retiring on a farm and getting away from all this madness, but you guys have made peace with this a long time ago. At first, you were very depressed that this was a new life that you were stepping into, but now you are comfortable in your gifts, comfortable in your walk, and you understand that nothing's ever going to get thrown your way that you can't handle. And now that you know that, it's a pretty liberating feeling.